First at noon, Democrats in Congress say they're planning legal action if the Department of Justice does not release the remaining files connected to the investigation of convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein in the coming days. Erica Brown is at the White House with the latest.
The Department of Justice says more files related to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein are still to come, but the slow release and extensive redactions have sparked criticism.
It's been a very frustrating experience for all of the survivors that I've spoken to.
Attorney Jennifer Freeman, who represents some survivors, blasted the DOJ for not releasing all the material with necessary redactions by last Friday's deadline.
They want the truth. And it's been very hard to get the truth. And the only way to get the truth is transparency.
The thousands of files made public Tuesday include several mentions of then private citizen Donald Trump. One 2020 Justice Department email shows Trump flew on Epstein's plane at least 8 times during the 90s, contradicting an earlier statement where Trump said, quote, "I was never on Epstein's plane." In another file, a woman came to the FBI before the 2020 election saying she had secondhand information about a party with prostitutes at Mar-a-Lago 2 decades earlier. President Trump has never been charged with criminal wrongdoing in connection to Epstein and has tried to distance himself from his one-time friend, including in remarks earlier this week.
I actually threw him out of Mar-a-Lago. This whole thing is with Epstein is a way of trying to deflect from the tremendous success that the Republican Party has.
The Justice Department released a statement Tuesday acknowledging that President Trump's name was in some files, but said some of the documents contain, quote, sensationalist claims that are unfounded and false. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
Here at home, now to a break in the murder of Amber Jackson on Kauai 15 years ago. Police now have named a suspect. An arrest warrant has been issued for Gregory Glazer. The 57-year-old was Jackson's boyfriend when she was found beaten to death in Kilauea back in 2010. He was initially named a person of interest, but police did not have the evidence to pursue the case at the time. Glazer later moved to Hawaii Island. 2 years ago, he was charged with a shooting in Hawaiian Acres, and this past June, he was reported missing. KPD says detectives have been re-interviewing witnesses, reviewing evidence, and following up on leads in and out of Hawaii. All that new information prompted the arrest warrant. Now, Jackson's friends have grown weary, but never gave up hope in their search for justice.
I'm completely surprised and joyfully so, and I hope that this ultimately ends in a resolution for this situation. I've never personally known anyone that's been murdered and taken from us like this before, and so it was like, my God, this actually happens to people,
If police find Glazer, he will be charged with murder with his bail set at $1 million. Anyone with information is asked to call Kauai Police. You can also submit an anonymous tip to Kauai Crime Stoppers. The man accused of killing his mother in Hawaii Kai claims he acted in self-defense. That's what Micah Auna was heard saying during his arraignment hearing in court yesterday. The 29-year-old was charged with second-degree murder after police found his mother, 60-year-old Michelle Hanapi Auna, dead in her home Saturday afternoon of apparent blunt force trauma. New court documents say just before his arrest at the scene, Auna told officers that his mother, quote, molested him and his cousin, so he pushed her. A judge yesterday maintained Auna's bail at $500,000. Here's what our cameras heard as he was being led out of court.
I asked for a phone call, but they didn't give me a phone call. It's cruel and unusual punishment. I was acting in self-defense. I didn't get my phone call. I asked for a lawyer for free, but I didn't get one either. It was self-defense. I'm not a monster.
Meanwhile, friends described the victim as a calm, loving soul who always saw the good side of things. Auna is due back in court on Friday for a preliminary hearing. The wife of a man caught on camera punching Moanalua's assistant athletics director is now under arrest. HPD booked Jamie Lee Noga yesterday on a charge of terroristic threatening. The 38-year-old allegedly told Natalie Iwamoto she was going to kill her right after Iwamoto was knocked unconscious the night of December 4th. Before the alleged attack from Akusitino Noga, the couple was seen heckling refs during a boys' basketball game. Both are now banned for life from all Hawaii public school property. Akusitino's trial is set for February 9th. New at noon, a child was seriously injured in a car crash on Kauai. According to police yesterday at around 5 p.m., 3 adults and the child were in an SUV on Kuhio Hwy near the Wailua Golf Course when they sideswiped a guardrail and struck a utility pole, causing the car to spin. The child was ejected from the car. The child was treated at Wilcox Medical Center and later medevac to Kapiolani Medical Center. Toxicology results are pending and the cause is under investigation. Witnesses are asked to call the number on your screen. Well, pending court approval, Kamehameha Schools will no longer charge tuition starting next fall. A'ali'i Duklo spoke to a number of people who think the timing is no coincidence.
This comes as the trust faces a lawsuit claiming its admissions policy violates a federal law that applies to private contracts. Without tuition, an education at Kamehameha Schools would be a gift and not a transaction. Kamehameha Schools Board of Trustees and CEO said in a statement, tuition no longer reflects the reality or values of a Kamehameha Schools education, saying that the school's founder, Princess Bernice Pawahi Bishop, did not intend to offer services in exchange for payment. Some legal experts think this could affect the school's defense of its admissions policy preferring Native Hawaiians.
Per her trust, she is subsidizing these children to obtain an education, and therefore she can choose whoever she wants to pay for the education. And if she requires that keiki to have Hawaiian blood, then she can choose to do so because it's her money. She gets to choose how she wants to spend her money.
The lawsuit filed by Students for Fair Admissions claims the school's policy is, quote, illegal and continues to harm families. If no money is involved, KS supporters hope the case will be dropped.
I do believe that this does address a lot of the concerns that I think SFFA had outlined in their legal argument.
The trust already subsidizes much of the educational costs for its more than 7,000 students, but it still charges around $3,000 a year for modified day preschool to more than $12,000 for boarders. KS says the no tuition policy affects all grade levels across all 3 campuses starting next school year. Parents like Kendall Luke were surprised and pleased.
All I can say is we're grateful. And, it's a blessing. And I guess it also, from what I see, this kind of goes with Princess Pawahi's, her vision and her legacy.
We reached out to the school asking if the decision had any connection to the lawsuit and we're waiting to hear back. The removal of tuition is still pending court approval. A'ali'i Duklo, Hawaii News Now.
Thank you, A'ali'i. A decision in U.S. District Court yesterday will allow the state to charge green fees to cruise ship passengers when the law goes into effect on New Year's Day. The ruling denies a motion for a preliminary injunction from an industry group that claims the tax violates a federal clause barring states from imposing charges for using a port. Visitors at hotels and short-term rentals will also have to pay an extra 0.75% of their bill under the law, adding about $3 to a $400 bill. The fee is expected to generate nearly $100 million a year to fund projects that combat climate change. Let's take you live now to Kilauea, where all is quiet once again on this Christmas Eve. Episode 39 began last night, almost 1 year to the day on the anniversary of the ongoing eruption. And check it out, it did not disappoint. Fountaining began at around 8:20 p.m. and continued for about 6 hours, ending at around 2:15 this morning. Maximum heights were recorded at around 1,400 feet. USGS says the onset of the next fountain episode is about 2 weeks away.
Aloha on this Wednesday, Christmas Eve. The weather's looking pretty good. We're not going to see much rain, even though there's a disturbance close to us with some thunderstorms near Kauai. We're still expecting fairly dry conditions today, save for a few stray showers. So we're expecting lots of sunshine. It's still going to be breezy today. The winds will be running about 15 to 25 in the afternoon. So that means air quality should be pretty good, except for parts of Hawaii Island, where there's going to be a little bit of fog from the volcano that erupted yesterday.
Thank you, Guy. A deadly explosion at a nursing home in Pennsylvania last night killed 2 people and hospitalized 20 others. A safety inspection found that the home had not complied with several code requirements. Chris Pallone has the details.
Construction crews spent the day sifting through the destruction at a Pennsylvania nursing home. Authorities say 2 explosions Tuesday at the facility in Bristol near Philadelphia killed 2 people.
One was a resident, one was an employee.
And left 20 more injured.
I've never seen such heroism.
Witnesses describe a scene where first responders and even people off the street rushed into the collapsed building to rescue the injured and evacuate everyone left inside.
They were running into a building that I could, from 50 feet away, can still smell gas and walls that looked like they were going to fall down. And they were still going in the building to recover people.
They were quite literally climbing up ladders, handing individuals in this nursing home to police who were at times carrying 2 people on their back to safety.
Just before the blast, the local gas company had responded to a call reporting a gas smell in the nursing home, though investigators say it's too early to pinpoint the cause.
Until we excavate that area and remove the walls and roofs that collapsed, we won't have any idea what may have occurred in there.
A new company took over the Bristol Health and Rehab Center a few weeks ago, and earlier this month, health inspectors identified several upgrades they wanted the new owners to make. The second explosion happened just 15 to 30 seconds after everyone got out.
This could have been a much more serious catastrophe.
This is unexpected.
Yeah, we don't know what is going on.
We don't know what went on. And now look at this. Where do they go from here?
The nursing home was caring for about 150 people at the time of the explosions. Chris Pallone, NBC News.
Rain, flooding, and concerns of mudslides. I'm Gwen Baumgartner with a look at the severe weather hitting Southern California as several communities are forced to evacuate ahead of Christmas.
Also ahead on This Is Now, getting ready to spread Christmas cheer. Casey Lunch shows us how volunteers are preparing to deliver holiday meals to homebound kupuna. Welcome back. State officials are warning the public of sophisticated schemes that could steal your Christmas spirit. The Hawaii Department of Commerce and Consumer Affairs says scams are happening year-round, but people are more vulnerable at this time of year when they're in a giving mood. A recent report by an investor protection organization says state securities regulators conducted nearly 9,000 active investigations in 2024 that led to nearly $260 million in monetary fines and restitution. And people of all ages are falling for today's more polished schemes.
You're not seeing documents with whiteout. You're not seeing documents with poor English. Because now AI can generate these documents. AI can make it all nice, sound like a professional.
DCCA advises you to take the time to verify information before making a purchase or donation. Be sure an individual or firm is registered on their website and check it twice. And if you are a victim of a scam, report it to DCCA Securities Enforcement. While many families will be opening gifts on Christmas morning, volunteers at Lanakila Pacific will already be hard at work. Casey Lund has more.
Aloha and Merry Christmas to you and your family. We're here at Lanakila Pacific, Meals on Wheels in the kitchen with Reed Yasunaga, Director of Food Operations here. We've got our team working hard and getting ready for the big Christmas meal. Tell us what's happening behind us, Reed.
We're getting the last of our meals out before the final Christmas day. So we're packing up some of the meals that are going to be going out today. And on the other side, we're packing up our prime rib to go. That's going to be happening tomorrow morning.
That's exciting. And then tell me a little bit about that Christmas meal operation. It's a big one, 600 meals going out to the kupuna that maybe otherwise don't have anything special planned. Maybe their family's not in town or are able to be with them. This is hugely important to them.
Absolutely. This is their time. They get to spend with anybody and everybody coming in, doing those wellness checks again and visiting them and giving them that spirit of Christmas and ohana.
What's it like for the volunteers? So I know these folks that are our awesome team members, these are employees that are getting on-the-job training. Some of them have been doing this for a long time. And so I know it really warms their heart to be a part of this. But then the volunteers that go out and drive and deliver these meals, man, they get a really special opportunity to engage with those kupuna and brighten their holidays.
Absolutely. To be that big a focal point in someone's life and making that difference, making them feel loved and appreciated, it goes a long way. And I can say for our volunteers that come in and do this kind of work, we're just truly blessed to have them come in and do this.
Always looking for folks that maybe want to do this and sign up to either drive or volunteer here in the kitchen. Yeah?
Always looking for those volunteers coming in, allowing them to give their valuable time up for our kupuna and our needed community that needs that kind of support.
Very good. Reed Yasunaga with us from Meals on Wheels, and mahalo to the whole team here. Merry Christmas, guys. We'll wave goodbye as we say aloha. You're watching Hawaii News Now.
Thank you, Case. All right, let's take a live look outside with our tower cam. This is another view of the Honolulu Harbor on this Aloha Wednesday. Guy Hagi's going to have your first alert 7-day forecast when we return.
Alert Weather with Guy Huggy.
How's it on this Wednesday, Christmas Eve? The weather's looking pretty nice today. We are going to see more sunshine, although for Kauai, it's going to be a little cloudy. They're close to this stormy disturbance, but not to worry, Kauai. You see all this rain, this thunderstorm activity, it's going to pass by to the north, although it's going to be a little cloudy for the Garden Island. And it is going to be another breezy day today. The wind's running at about 15 to 25 through the afternoon. It's going to be lighter, of course, over in Kailua Kona. And because of those breezy winds today, air quality is going to be very, very good. Although, remember, the volcano fired up again yesterday, so air quality will be an issue for parts of Hawaii Island. Otherwise, get ready for another standard trade wind weather day. A few windward and Mauka showers coming in from time to time. Really, rainfall totals will be minimal, and it's going to be mostly dry for most leeward areas. Lighter winds are heading in by tomorrow. So it's going to be picking up this afternoon through tonight for north and east shores on a northeasterly swell. Could get to near advisory levels. But for the better part of today, should be relatively tame wave-wise, with the biggest waves over on the east side, but conditions over on the east side will be very choppy. So very calm weather through Christmas Day, but the winds will be slowing up. That means we could see air quality issues, and we could see more haze and more fog, as well as some afternoon pop-up showers. The next chance for meaningful rainfall coming in from a disturbance due in early next week.
Thank you, Guy. Millions of people in Southern California are bracing for the possibility of life-threatening flash floods triggered by a dangerous atmospheric river moving through the region just the day before Christmas. The state's governor has now declared a state of emergency. Gwen Baumgartner reports from Los Angeles.
The powerful Christmas Eve storm turned roads into rivers in Southern California.
We thought we were going to get a detour through here, and we ended up getting stuck.
Leading to this crash involving a FedEx semi-truck on the I-5 freeway.
What happened?
I just got stuck. As conditions began to worsen, this father jumped in to help his daughter when her car became trapped in high water. Others heeded warnings from officials in LA County to stay indoors.
Everyone stay with their families. It's the holidays. Stay in, stay warm, stay prepared.
And take a look at the Los Angeles River, proof of just how heavy this rainfall continues to be, leading to rapidly rising water levels and dangerous flood conditions.
North of Los Angeles in Altadena, the LA Sheriff's Department went door to door in the area Tuesday, urging residents to evacuate.
This year, it's probably the second or third time that I've had to leave evacuation orders for the residents. Sometimes it's the same faces.
Forecasters say the atmospheric river could bring life-threatening mudslides and debris flows to the city, still recovering from the devastating Eaton fire.
We need mercy from weather god. It's been crazy. Fire, mudslide, and rainstorm.
Residents there are hoping barriers and sandbags will help protect their homes, with more rain expected through Christmas Day. Gwen Baumgartner, CBS News, Los Angeles.
end this Christmas Eve show with some good news. Shoppers at a store in Texas left with full carts and full hearts after their food bills were covered following a checkout glitch. Jeremy Roth has more.
Holiday shoppers at a Texas grocery store got an unexpected early Christmas gift when an unforeseen computer glitch led to free groceries. It happened at an H-E-B store in Burleson, where the place was packed with shoppers just trying to get in, get out, and get on with their holiday preps.
Probably about 1,000 people in the store, at least.
So when a stubborn computer glitch brought checkout lines to a standstill, management suddenly announced they would cover the cost of every shopper in the store.
Unfortunately, the computers are not coming back up right now. So today, everything that you have, we are going to bag you up, and we hope every one of you have a very Merry Christmas.
When asked for the reason for the H-E-B freebies, WFAA reports the company said the customer experience is at the heart of what they do. Customers indeed were moved by the generosity, which they say couldn't have come at a better time for those on a fixed income.
This is what Christmas is all about. So thank you very much.
A Virginia sheriff's deputy went above and beyond in the generosity department after some holiday packages in his neck of the woods didn't make it to their destinations. According to WTVR, Dinwiddie County Sergeant Terrell Coles says he spotted piles of packages abandoned on roads and delivered to wrong addresses. So after calls to the shipping company went nowhere, Coles went everywhere.
I took off my sheriff's office hat and put on my Santa Claus hat and decided to deliver some packages.
And that he did, hand-delivering multiple parcels to multiple residents who say they appreciated the deputy's selfless service.
I put myself in their shoes, and I know how I would feel if I ordered something and didn't get here on time.
For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
This is Now, everyone. We want to wish you all a Merry Christmas. Have a safe holiday. Aloha.